Hi, I'm Ali and welcome to the China Repair Studio. So today I thought I would do ceramic airbrushing for beginners. Now on my previous tutorials I have been repairing and restoring these pair of their English Delftware vases, 18th century, and they've been broken and was literally started from scratch, from taking them apart, gluing the small pieces back together, filling in with Milliput and sanding, and now we're ready for the airbrush technique. But before I do, if you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe, please like, and also please share. I also have a Udemy course which is in the description box below if you want to do something a little bit extra, and also in the description box down below is a list of materials on a website. So let's get going. Right, so here we have our airbrush, and this airbrush is actually known as a dual action airbrush. Basically it means that when the air is flowing through and pushing the paint, when you press down, as well as pressing down and it's actually pushing the air through, you can press down and you can also press back. The further you press back, the more pressure, the more paints will come out. Now this does come with an end which you put on, but to be honest I always take the end off, and I like to, if there's a bit of a blockage or something, I can just quickly take the end here and then just go up and down a couple of times just to release any blockage if there's any in the nozzle. Now I do tend to have a bit of, you could say, a love and hate relationship with my airbrush. They're very tricky to operate, as in they get blocked up very easily because obviously it's a small amount going through. So you want to make sure that your paint isn't too thick. If it's too thick it won't go through. Also you want to make sure that there's no particles in the paint, otherwise again that will block up this little end and it won't go through. Now if you do get a bit of a blockage when the airbrush is on, you could also press this down and across and just hold on the end for a second or two. That might just push the air back out and whatever is blocking may just sort of be dislodged. That's always worth trying. Again, always make sure these are extremely clean. You don't want any bits of old paint lingering around inside because again that will block the airbrush. Now also when you're airbrushing, just very quickly make sure that you are in a well ventilated room and also wearing a face mask. So let's get going. So I'm going to do this item today. So we're just going to paint airbrush around here and on the inside. Right, so the compressor is on and let's get going. Now I always have a small piece of kitchen roll handy just to have a little practice run before I start. And we want to take our paint and just want to dip it in. And then again, if you can just do, and when you know it's working, we can start. When you're airbrushing, you don't want to keep going through the same area, otherwise you could end up with a pooling effect. So you just want to go a bit here and a bit there, let it dry and then go back over that bit again. And do the inside. And just keep moving the brush around. One to go. You want to blend it in with some of the original, and we can clean up a little bit afterwards as well. You just want to blur the lines. And that's starting to look pretty good. Just put some more paint in. I think we're literally there. Again, if you can just I think we're almost there now. Now, when you think you're at the point where it starts to blur in and you think you're kind of there, just let it dry. You can always go back and give it another bit of airbrushing if you think there's one or two bits which aren't blurred out. The important thing is you don't want to go over too many times while it's wet, otherwise you'll end up with drip marks and maybe even a pooling effect. I'm just going to turn off the compressor. Now, once you've finished airbrushing, you want to make sure that this is now again thoroughly clean. So I like to basically get some water and just put it into the little buckets here and just blast it through with some water. If you want to, you could maybe use a bit of white spirit, then put some water in afterwards, just to make sure there's no paint and no particles left in your airbrush. So there we are, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it useful. Again, please subscribe, please like and please share. And again, if there's anything you want to buy, have a look in the description box. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.